Your child isn't being difficult. Their gut is on fire, and their brain doesn't know yet. 6 p.m., the meltdown, the screaming, the total shutdown. You have tried most advanced parenting strategies in the world for 6 p.m. meltdown and failed because you have been looking at the completely wrong organ. There is a biological superhighway inside your child, connecting their stomach directly to their brain. Their gut sends 400 times more messages up to the brain than the brain sends down. 95% of your child's serotonin, the master chemical responsible for keeping them calm, happy, and regulated, is not made in their brain. It is made in their gut by bacteria, microscopic bacteria that you have never thought about. When those bacteria are starved of fiber and fueled by processed snacks, they stop producing serotonin. The vagus nerve detects the inflammation and fires a stress signal directly into the brain. And their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that listens, reasons, and calms down, literally loses power. Every parenting book tells you that a 6 p.m. meltdown is a boundary issue or a simple blood sugar crash. They tell you to hold the line, use gentle parenting, or talk them through their big feelings. They are missing the biology. When you try to negotiate with a screaming child before dinner, you are talking to a prefrontal cortex that is entirely offline. The power has been cut. Standard discipline fails here because you cannot teach a behavioral lesson to a biological stress response. So, how do we turn the alarm off? We do not use parenting psychology. We use the 5 p.m. protocol. 1 hour before dinner, while they are deeply focused on playing, set a targeted microbiome snack right next to them.
A few berries, some apple slices, or a spoonful of kefir. Nothing processed, no pressure, no negotiating, no making them sit down.
Not all snacks are created equal. The 5 p.m. protocol relies strictly on prebiotic fiber and resistant starch. These are the specific fuels your child's gut bacteria need to power up the logical brain. Here is the exact list of safe foods. Choose one. Number 1, green-tipped bananas. Not the brown, mushy ones. Bananas that are still slightly green are packed with resistant starch. It passes through the stomach intact and goes straight to the gut bacteria. It is the ultimate microbiome superfood. Number 2, apples with the skin on. The flesh is fine, but the skin contains pectin. Pectin is a primary fuel source for the bacteria that shut down the stress response. Leave the skin on. Number 3, raspberries and blackberries. A single handful contains massive amounts of fiber with very little sugar. They are fast, require zero prep, and the bacteria love them. If your child won't eat fruit, try a small bowl of cooled oatmeal. It must be cooked and then cooled. The cooling process alters the structure of the oats, turning them into a highly effective resistant starch. To make this protocol work, you must avoid the saboteurs: fruit gummies, crackers, pretzels, and even 100% fruit juice. These are simple carbohydrates with no structural fiber. They burn off instantly, spike blood sugar, and leave the gut bacteria starving, making the 6 p.m. meltdown worse. Now, the reality check. What if your child refuses the food? Leave it there. Do not make it a power struggle. The goal of the 5 p.m. protocol is a silent drop-off. If you pressure them, you activate a psychological defense, which spikes cortisol and defeats the biological purpose. Here is what just happened inside their body. You did not feed your child. You fed the bacteria that run their brain. When gut bacteria eat prebiotic fiber, they produce a compound called butyrate. Butyrate travels up the vagus nerve. It seals the gut lining. It extinguishes the inflammation. And the stress signal, the one driving the meltdown, stops firing. 6 p.m. arrives, and nothing happens. Not because you parented better, because you understood the biology before the storm. What is the one real food your kid will actually eat without a fight? Tell me in comments. I read every single one. And if you found this useful, we make one of these every week. Subscribe so we know you want to learn more.